Hey guys. Alright, hey, today we're doing something a little different than just a trapping bit. I've been doing some velvet stuff, redoing, what do we call it? Restoring velvet on whitetail. Um, so, I'm going to kind of give you a little rundown on how I play with it and show you a couple that I've already done here. I'm going to flip you around. But, so that's the first one. You guys seen a picture on Facebook, and I had a guy ask me to try to do a display one that has a little bit lighter colors. So that one was a buck that died a couple years ago from EHD. So those two are drying. And then I pulled this one out of the garage. I picked it up this year. He's a pretty good looking deer. But he went through a fire, so he's pretty cracked up in areas. So we've got issues like right here. I'll have to rebuild a few times. So pretty much I'm using epoxy sculpting and just rebuilding these tips. You want to kind of leave them a little bit rounded off. You don't want to point them out. Just because if they're too pointed, the felt won't stick on the ends very well. So you want to have something round so it kind of looks like it's unfinished. But yeah, I'll get up here. Kind of show you what I'm talking about, like right here. You see how the felt comes all the way around it. So those ones I actually took, I think, a little bit off of these and rebuilt the tines. Similar like this one here. You can kind of see the gray here. So I had taken, and I ground these ones. This deer was almost completely done. He died late September. I ended up getting a salvage tag from him from DNR. So yeah, so I ground off the points and I added them and just rounded them off. So I didn't really add any inches to it, but I just rounded them a little bit so that, like I said, the velvet will stick onto the ends a little bit better. So something to keep in mind. This is my weird drying rack, but yeah, so we'll play with it. I'm trying to get them in different stages, but I got impatient on that one there, and I just finished it today. I meant to do a video, but yeah, didn't. So, but pretty much it's pretty simple. We rebuild the tips like that one over there, and then we come through and we'll rebuild these tips on this one, and then we'll paint the entire thing a base coat, and then from there we load it full of glue and start the process. So yeah, it's a pretty simple process. It's just you gotta take your time and do it right. If you rush through it, you're gonna have problems. So but let's call that like a little, we'll call that like a little teaser for you guys, and then see if you guys like it at all. We'll keep this video pretty short here. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on the last couple days. We got two different lengths on these. Have you seen that? This one looks a little fuzzier than that one does. I like the way the short stuff comes out. I get better coverage, I believe, on them than with the long stuff. So I mean, it looks good. I still have to shake this one out. He's still drying. As you can tell, I still got some of the tape on here. And if this was an actual European, I would have had this thing all bagged up. But this is just kind of, I just taped around the burrs. So I'll peel all that tape off once everything's dried. And then that will be good enough for just, because you're not displaying the skull, you're just displaying the velvet. So, alright guys. Just let me know what you think. Alright, take care.